Hi, good morning, and welcome to the Soul Sister channel on this Sunday, March the 30th. My name is Kat. I've got our astrological spiritual forecast and guidance going from today through Saturday, April the 5th. This week's video is entitled Prepare Ye the Way. The reason for the title is we have a huge, a colossal, a major, whoa, energy shift this week. Today, Neptune moves into Aries, and we are going to talk about this. The first thing is Neptune rules Pisces, which is at the end of the zodiac, and then we have Aries, which is at the beginning of the zodiac. So do you think there's a conflict maybe this week between endings and beginnings? Do you think the Piscean energy, which is on his way out, is holding on for dear life? We can see it in the outer world, guys. Holding on for dear life. They are not ready to give up the control and go into the brave new world of Aries. Even though it's the Aquarian age, Aries is the... So we have these ending and these beginning energies in conflict. And how are we going to work with that this week? Neptune, the last time Neptune was in Aries was 165 years ago. Neptune is a very slow moving planet. It takes about 14 years to get through each zodiac sign. So this is big. This is big news. Now what's going to happen is Neptune will be in Aries until October, and then because of retrograde action, Aries is going to move back into Pisces until the middle of January, where it will go forward in Aries again. This is also very important energy information for us this week. So this week, that's the whole keynote of the Soul Sister channel, that Neptunian message. Life is lived from the inside out, and the veil is thin. Our separation between us and the universe is so very thin right now as these new Aquarian energies are pouring into the planet. And it's causing all kinds of chaos, all kinds of angst. And as I said, those personifying the Piscean energy that is moving out of activity after 2,500 years, those who personify that Piscean energy are holding on for dear life. They are resisting the change as we move into a more spiritually focused world. Yes, folks, when we get through this whole transition, we will come into a better understanding of who we are. We are spiritual beings in physical bodies. This helps us get through this plane, this body, and we need to care for it. It is our temple. It takes care of us while we're here, but this body is not who we are. My name, Kat, is not who I am. It's just kind of what I'm using to get through this little journey, this life journey, this lifetime. Once I'm gone, Kat is gone forever. But my spiritual self, my soul, the eternal consciousness part of myself goes on eternally. And that is the big lesson. And I'm going to tell you what's going to happen if we keep holding on and resisting. We're holding on to the physical. Instead of finding our fulfillment, our worthiness in who we are, and understanding that we are divine beings. We are all powerful. We create the life we want. We create our lives, whether consciously or unconsciously. And the Piscean forces want us to remain unconscious so they can direct our lives instead of us being able to create our own lives. They are very happy to tell us that we have no power. We don't have the ability to create the life we want. It's much easier to control us that way. So we go on, so we can fit into somebody else's story, especially that Piscean story, which does not want to let go. So this week, we begin the journey, if we haven't already, of understanding who we truly are. And this week, we begin to prepare the way. With the energy, we aren't gonna go out and actively manifest. We are going to work within. We are going to work with our higher self. We are going to learn to use our intuition. We are going to learn to identify synchronicities. We're going to pay attention to our gut feelings. We are going to learn who we are as a spiritual being. And when Neptune decides to go direct in January of 26, that's when we're going to pull out the stops and go for it full force. By then, we will have the confidence in what we're doing and where we are going to go forward with the bravery and the courage of Aries. This is really big stuff. We tend to focus on the outer world, on the suffering and the angst and the chaos and the confusion. But we have to understand that this is all part of the transition from Piscean to Aquarian age, as these energies have to rebalance. Right now, they're in conflict and they're trying to figure out how to work together. And some of us, quite frankly, don't want to work together. So we have to take that into consideration too. So this week, we have very little planetary connections until the end of the week on Friday and Saturday. So we have the moon in Cancer. The moon is in Gemini, in Cancer, and Leo this week. So the moon helps us get in touch with who we truly are in our work. First of all, we think about it, Gemini, we're thinking about it and we're letting our imagination go, and we're journaling ideas, writing things down. And then the moon in Cancer, what will make us feel secure with who we are? What makes us feel confident in who we are? How can we care for ourselves and make sure that we are loving ourselves first? Because if we don't care for ourselves first, we can't care for anyone else. And then the moon moves into Leo and we take it on the road, baby. We start experimenting and expressing a little bit. And then with that Leo energy, we get in touch with our childlike curiosity. So we're really interested in and really paying attention to how the universe communicates with us. The universe is communicating with us all the time. All we got to do is shut up and listen, and we don't do that very well. We are so full of the bullshit going on in the outer world, and what are we going to do, and I'm out of control, just like last week. I have no control. This stuff is crazy. But we have total control. And if we learn to take back control, if we learn to be responsible for creating our own lives, we understand that, then it doesn't matter what's going on in the outer world. And when we embrace ourselves in our true authentic self and our work, then we can better be of service to the outer world and help with this major transition. It is not easy. This is not going to be an easy transition if you haven't figured that out already. It is difficult. I kind of, in my imagination, I think of there is like a spiritual war going between the Piscean age of wanting someone in charge and someone holding all the power, and someone that we go to for our direction and our guidance outside of ourselves. And then with the Aquarian age, we realize it's all right here, guys. It's all what Soul Sister said, Soul Sister Cat said. Life is lived from the inside out. Let me tell you, the outer world does not want us to know that, because we are not easily controlled when we are embrace and express who we truly are in our work, and we are confident in ourselves. This week, please, this is the week we start really getting in touch with our spiritual side, that part of us that goes on eternally after this lifetime is over. That part of us holds all the answers, just like I said last week. All we have to do is shut up and listen. Pay attention. We don't have to be gabbing all the time. So that is big stuff. And let me just say that this is a major shift, not only on the earth plane, but on the universal plane. So this is big stuff that's coming in today. Big stuff, like hasn't happened in 165 years stuff. So let's get with it. Let's be conscious. Let's be conscious of every thought, word, and deed this week, making sure that we're always coming from love, abundance, and gratitude. Let's work on how we can be of service to the outer world. And the way we begin that is understanding that we are divine children of God. We are all powerful. We create our reality, whether consciously or not. And let's get our act together and start creating consciously. And when we start creating the life we want consciously, that energy goes out and allows other people and enables our brothers and sisters to do the same. And then, as more and more of us find our true selves, express our true selves, do the work of our passion, then the world itself transforms from the Piscean age to the Aquarian age. But Aries ain't easy. We're going to have to take a risk on ourselves. We're going to have to be brave. We're going to have to be courageous. We're going to have to speak our truth. Are we ready for that? We are preparing the way. We are preparing the way for next year when Neptune goes back into Aries, when it goes direct, when it finishes with Pisces. Let's talk about that for a minute. So Neptune's going to revert back into Pisces, the sign that it rules from October of this year until the middle of January next year. And so as we move forward, as we prepare, as we work on really embracing and expressing who we truly are, we'll have the opportunity in October through January to take another look before we charge forward full force at the end of January of 26, when Neptune goes into Aries and stays there until March of 2039. Neptune will be in Aries. So this is big. When Neptune moves back into Pisces through retrograde motion, we will get to take a look of all our delusions, illusions, addictions, fantasies, bullshit of ourselves and of others, and be able to separate it from the truth. And we're going to get to visit all of that stuff again, to take a look at it one more time until the end of January, when Neptune goes direct. So, very big stuff. If we aren't working on our spirituality, if we aren't working on really understanding and expressing who we truly are, we will revert to our addictions. We will revert to stories and delusions and illusions that give us temporary comfort. You know, people can tell us a good story and which kind of satisfies our insecurities for a minute. Same as an addiction. There's going to be lots of that shit from October through January. So we can really determine who are we truly and what kind of masks are we wearing to please everyone else. The time for pleasing everyone else is over. It's time to take care of ourselves. It's time to be who we truly are. And man, we better get moving. As I keep saying week after week after week, if we choose not to do the work, we will become more unfulfilled, more depressed, more exhausted, have more angst, more fear, more lack. So, if we're going in that direction, guys, let's start with being grateful for whatever. And let's listen to the message of this channel and get our spiritual act together and really begin to understand and embrace who we truly are. And it's bigger than who we truly are, our spiritual selves. We are children of God. We are divine. We are all powerful. We've got to understand that so that we don't compromise our power and our true selves for anyone or anything else. We are all here for a purpose. We're all here to do our jobs. And if we don't do our jobs, then we're just going to make this transition even harder than it's already going to be. So that's the scoop for this week. We are preparing the way. Prepare ye the way. And it's also Lent in the Christian tradition, so it kind of goes along with that too. We're preparing the way. All right, and then I don't want to forget, on Friday we have a huge pile up in Pisces. So on Friday of this week, the veil's really, really, really thin. So if we've been putting off meditating or quiet and centering or trying to get in touch with the spiritual side of ourself all week because we've just been so busy with all that bullshit going on in the outer world. I just don't have time for myself. I just got to do this and that. Friday, make sure we take the time. Friday, we'll get some good results because, man, that veil is all the way open on Friday. So if we take the time to just take a walk in nature or listen to some good music or do our meditation, we are going to really experience some good results from just being quiet and allowing the universe to talk to us instead of us yapping all the time. Now, once again, though, if we're not doing our work, then Friday we could very much want to be attracted to our addictions and anything toxic in our lives for that quick feel better, because we're going to feel like shit if we're not doing our work on Friday. Maybe we won't even really know why we feel like shit, but we're just going to feel off. And so we're going to go to that drink. We're going to go to the food. We're going to go to the drugs. We're going to stay at work 9 hours more so we can impress somebody. No. Go home. It's Friday. Take a walk on the beach. Walk in the woods. Listen to the birds. And then we will find our peace. So really important stuff. On Saturday, we have a nice trine at the beginning before the moon moves into Leo. We have a trine between the moon in Cancer, and she's trining Venus, Mercury, and Saturn in Pisces. Again, another great day to really, really understand that, when we take time out for ourselves, it's self-care. Moon in Cancer, nurturing, mother. When we take time out, when we quiet and center, when we just let the world go away for a minute so we can listen to the universe. That whole experience in and of itself will bring us to more peace and balance and fulfillment. So I know we want to put it off. It's a discipline. We have to do it. It's not the most fun thing to do in the world, but it is hugely effective. Hugely effective. So we need to discipline ourselves, if we haven't already, to really work on getting to know our spiritual self beginning this week. And then with all that lovely water energy on Saturday, and it's a trine, so it's going to be all lovey-dovey and romantic. So just enjoy it. We're really going to, we're going to feel connected, not only to our partner, but our family and friends will feel a part of on Saturday. So let's be grateful that in that and revel in that and make sure we're sharing with our partner, family, and friends. That is the week ahead. It's big stuff. I'm excited again. I've been excited for the last couple of weeks because it's like the culmination of the whole message of the Soul Sister channel is coming to fruition with the planetary alignments. So we are moving. Aquarian energy is on it. It's here now. It's coming in. It's not like a light switch that on 2039, there's a switch that's going to be on and all of a sudden, oh, now it's Aquarian age. No, it's happening right now. It's going to be happening for a number of years. So the more we embrace this energy and what it's teaching us, the more happy and fulfilled we will be. So let's start the week by becoming balanced, aligned, and connected with our higher self. We're going to take 3 deep cleansing breaths, and then we'll say the Sun in Aries affirmation. Let's take our first breath. On this first deep cleansing breath, we release all disease, negativity, and toxicity from our physical etheric bodies. Second breath. On this second breath, we release all disease, negativity, and toxicity from our emotional astral bodies. One more. On this third deep cleansing breath, we release all disease, negativity, and toxicity from our mental bodies, both higher and lower. We see all the darkness, all the negativity and toxicity, all the nastiness. It's all flowing out of our bodies, just flowing away to wherever it came from, and I hope it wasn't us. And in its place, we're being filled with this beautiful light made up of white light, love, and goodwill. Not only does it fill our entire body, all of our bodies, it's also protecting us, deflecting all that evil, low vibration, negativity, nastiness, all right back to wherever it came from. While we're in this space of white light connected with our higher selves, we'll say our Sun in Aries affirmation. I am worthy, I am loved, I am an abundant. I attract love and abundance into my life. We'll say the affirmation. We'll stay in this space of white light connected with our higher selves for 5 seconds. Let's say the affirmation together. I am worthy, I am loved, I am abundant. I attract love and abundance into my life. Wow, that's great. Great. So, yes, this is a little reminder, this affirmation of who we truly are. We are divine, so we are worthy, we are abundant, we are loved. And that is forever and always. Let's not forget that. We are not only loved, we're cherished, actually cherished. So don't forget that this week. And we're going to get in touch with that this week of who we truly are, this spiritual self. It's going to be so cool when we make the connection. Come see me on Facebook at Soul Sister Cat for my daily inspirational oracle messages. Kind of gets us in line and try to keep us aligned and back on track if we're coming off. I also like to post memes that are quirky, thought-provoking, profound, beautiful. And I've been saying this lately on the channel. If you find yourself stumped and you need an answer, go check out Soul Sister Cat Facebook page, because if just scrolling through the memes, you usually find the answer that you're looking for, whatever it is. I know I do. I'm always fascinated. I'm doing them myself and I'm like, oh yeah, there's a good attitude adjustment. Okay, please remember the keynote of the Soul Sister channel, otherwise known as Neptune and Aries. Life is lived from the inside out. Oh man, you guys, make it a great week. Get in touch with our spiritual divine selves. Namaste.